What's going on, you guys? My name's Ty Knots, and welcome to Top 5 Unknowns, 5 Most Mysterious Urban Legends. Number 5. Legend tells of a mysterious ghost train that ran through an underground tunnel system in London, all the way back in the early 1900s. The train allegedly ran a route between Whitechapel and the Royal London Hospital, though it never transported any passengers, at least not live ones. According to this tale, this train strictly carried bodies of those who had passed away, and according to numerous sources, the train operated in a tunnel system that's now been closed off and bricked over. However, according to Charles Dickens, the idea of the train transporting bodies isn't all that far-fetched. At the time, London was overrun with poverty and disease, with hospitals and morgues being at full capacity for many years. Because of this, the idea of transporting these bodies by means of railway isn't entirely unbelievable. Surprisingly, there's very little info about this train's existence online, though it has been mentioned here and there in passing conversation. Many non-believers state that the train likely never even existed, and that the now bricked-over tunnel system was actually just an underground walking path, as it's only about a 3-mile walk from Whitechapel to the Royal Hospital. Though another rumor has really helped to fuel this folklore fire, stating that not only were these bodies possibly transported by train, but also claiming that underneath the ticket hall of Whitechapel, empty rooms were used to store bodies until the morgue could properly examine them. This claim hasn't been officially confirmed, though there have been numerous eyewitness reports of supposedly bricked-up tunnel systems that are no longer active in the area. Number 4. In the 18th century, an area located in Edinburgh was almost entirely wiped out by the plague. According to those who were there, anyone who lived in that area had been struck with horrible disease, with most individuals' bodies simply being left in the streets as law enforcement and hospitals couldn't keep up with the number of people that were passing away. Legend says that within a matter of months, the entire town had become almost completely abandoned and cut off from the rest of civilization, simply for fear of spreading disease. Because of this, the area naturally became the focal point of many paranormal investigators over the years, with countless individuals attempting to contact the spirits of those who passed away there. In 1992, a psychic known as Aiko Gibo visited the area to create a documentary of supernatural incidents and hotspots. The film crew remained here for quite some time but never found anything really film-worthy. That is, until they passed a specific building on their way out. Rumor says that Aiko initially refused to enter the building, noting an overwhelming sense of dread, though she eventually entered anyway. She later stated that the only reason she agreed to enter was because the ghost of a young girl asked her to. The girl then informed her that her name was Annie, and that she'd passed away many years ago from the plague. The girl was apparently distraught, as when she was alive, she was abandoned by her family. She lost her favorite little doll around the same time as well, leaving her to pass away completely alone. Aiko then left this building and purchased a Barbie doll for the girl, leaving it in the middle of the room. Since then, this legend has grown to unbelievable proportions, with there now being a large stack of toys in the middle of the room, most of which were left by tourists. Countless visitors have noted feeling an unseen presence, as well as a gentle tug on their hand while they're inside the room. Number 3. In 1934, a group of eyewitnesses saw a car on a London street just a short while after midnight make an extremely dangerous swerve before losing control and then slamming into a concrete wall. The car immediately burst into flames, with the driver passing away instantly. When later asked why the car seemed to have swerved, witnesses stated that they had no idea, but it appeared as though the driver was attempting to dodge some sort of unseen object. Though a second set of witnesses came forward later on, stating that they saw a large double-decker bus with the number 7 painted on the side of it, heading straight for the car. The car then swerved to miss the bus and hit the wall. The bus, however, simply kept driving away, vanishing into the night. Additionally, these witnesses stated that they thought it was rather strange for a bus to have been out this late, as the bus routes closed hours before this crash took place. Following this occurrence, over the next 56 years, countless reports came in of a strange-looking bus with the number 7 painted on the side. The bus was reported to have been the cause of countless car accidents, though it would only ever be seen around 1:15 a.m. Witnesses claimed that in addition to this large number 7 on the side of the bus also had the word General painted on it, which was a bus brand that ceased production back in 1933. Those who happened to see this bus stated that all of its interior lights appeared to be on, and that it contained no passengers. Most of the sightings also stated that after the bus had nearly run into a car, it would simply drive away into the night, never to be seen again. To this day, the mystery of the phantom bus has never been solved. However, the strikingly sharp curve on the bus's route that caused numerous car crashes has now been removed and straightened out, and since then, no reports of this mysterious bus have come in. Number 2. On November 18, 1987, at around 7:30 p.m., an individual mistakenly dropped a match onto an escalator at King's Cross Station. The match was then ignited by one of the metal components of the escalator and resulted in a fire that destroyed the ticket office, taking the lives of 31 people and trapping hundreds of others underground for an extended period of time. Still today, some claim that the memories of this fire live on in the form of a ghostly girl who can be regularly heard crying at the station. The girl has been spotted all around the station with long brown hair, wearing blue jeans and a t-shirt. She's always crying, and when anyone attempts to comfort her, she allegedly vanishes into a crowd of people or disappears entirely. Though even more strange is that some have claimed to have heard her crying while in an empty elevator, also noting a strong smell of smoke. No one has ever managed to get a clear view of this girl, though it's widely assumed that she's one of the victims of the 1987 fire, and that her spirit has somehow become trapped in the station in which she passed away. Number 1. Hackney Marsh, located in London, is home to countless urban legends. This likely due to the fact that the area is often caked in a thick fog or haze in the early morning, and is usually cold, damp, and uncomfortable to be around for too long. Though one of these legends in particular is much more strange than the others. The legend first began back in 1980, when the decaying bodies of 2 bears were found in the nearby river. They had been decapitated and left to rot in a watery grave. Just a year later, 4 boys decided to hike across the area early in the morning in the middle of winter. There's about an inch or so of snow on the ground, and halfway through their hike, they came across a series of animal tracks that they couldn't identify. At first, they didn't think anything of the tracks, though as they continued on, they saw it. A large creature that they described as a giant, great, howling, hairy thing. The beast supposedly stood up on its rear legs and roared at the boys, instantly sending them in the opposite direction. They then informed police, and a group of 50 officers then headed to the area but found no evidence of anything matching the boys' description. To this day, the beast's existence hasn't been confirmed, with many believing that this could have been an awful prank that the boys fell victim to. However, others aren't so easily convinced. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked this video, be sure to click that like button. Also, don't forget to subscribe and click that notification bell to keep updated with our videos.